Ryder, how are you feeling right now? Is everything okay? I hope you are healthy, safe, and doing great. And if you truly are feeling good, then make sure to tell us in the comments, because what you are about to hear is not normal, not ordinary, and not something your mind is prepared for, as we are about to begin the unbelievable, mind-shaking, and completely different story of the 2026 Kawasaki W175, a motorcycle so rare in feeling and so unmatched in character that just looking at it can make your thoughts spin, your heart race, and your senses feel confused. A machine that doesn't just move on the road, but attacks your imagination, questions everything you thought you knew about motorcycles, and forces you to ask yourself how something so simple can feel so powerful, so emotional, and so dangerously attractive that once you understand it, you won't be able to stop thinking about it again and again. The 2026 Kawasaki W175 feels like a motorcycle that was built for riders who truly understand the meaning of riding. And this is exactly the kind of machine that Ride Radar loves to talk about. It carries a calm confidence that doesn't need noise or speed to prove its worth. And that quiet strength is what makes it so special. This motorcycle feels like a sudden shock to your senses, something so unexpected and so different that it forces your mind to stop and reset. The moment you truly look at it, your thoughts begin to spin, your heartbeat changes, and you start wondering how something so simple can feel so powerful and so dangerously attractive at the same time. Every line, every sound, and every movement of this machine creates confusion. In the best possible way, it doesn't behave like a modern motorcycle. And that is exactly why it feels so special, almost unreal, as if it belongs to a world where riding was an emotion, not a competition. The experience of riding it creates a strange silence inside your head, where stress fades away but curiosity grows stronger. You feel calm yet deeply alert, as if the bike is speaking directly to your instincts rather than your logic. This machine doesn't try to impress you with speed or numbers, but it still manages to overpower your expectations. It challenges your understanding of excitement and forces you to accept that true thrill can come from balance and feeling, rather than aggression. The more time you spend with it, the more it unsettles your thoughts. You start questioning your choices, your preferences, and even your definition of a perfect motorcycle. Because this one quietly rewrites the rules. By the time the ride ends, you realize something has changed inside you. It's not just a motorcycle anymore. It's an experience that lingers in your mind, leaving you slightly confused, deeply impressed, and completely unable to forget it. When you ride the W175, you realize how rare it is to find a bike that feels this honest and connected. Ride Radar believes this motorcycle represents a forgotten philosophy, where riding was about feeling the road, listening to the engine, and enjoying every second without pressure. The simplicity of the 2026 Kawasaki W175 is its biggest power, and Ride Radar highlights this is its true beauty. It doesn't distract the rider with unnecessary features. Instead, it focuses on delivering a smooth, emotional, and satisfying experience every single time. For riders who are tired of aggressive machines, the W175 feels like a breath of fresh air, and Ride Radar sees it is a reminder of why classic motorcycles never lose their charm. It offers peace, balance, and a deep sense of connection that modern bikes often forget in the end. The 2026 Kawasaki W175 stands as a symbol of pure motorcycling, and Ride Radar proudly recognizes it as a bike that speaks to the heart more than the ego. It's not just about riding fast, it's about riding with feeling, purpose, and soul. The 2026 Kawasaki W175 continues to surprise, because every ride reveals a new layer of its personality. It feels less like a machine and more like a trusted companion, one that understands your mood and adapts to your pace, without ever demanding more than you want to give. There is something deeply satisfying about the way the W175 responds to simple rider inputs. The clutch feels light, the gearbox shifts smoothly, and the bike moves forward with a calm confidence that makes even short rides feel rewarding. In traffic, the motorcycle feels narrow and manageable, allowing the rider to stay relaxed instead of tense. It turns everyday roads into familiar territory, reducing stress and increasing enjoyment with every mile. The balance of the 2026 W175 is immediately noticeable. At low speeds, it feels stable and forgiving, and at cruising speeds, it remains planted and predictable. creating a sense of trust between rider and machine. Kawasaki's classic design philosophy shines through in how natural the bike feels. Nothing feels forced, nothing feels overdone. And that restraint is exactly what gives the W175 its charm. Long rides on this motorcycle feel surprisingly comfortable. The seat supports the rider well, the vibrations are controlled, and the overall experience encourages you to keep going. Instead of searching for excuses to stop, the engine character is calm but full of life. It may not roar aggressively, but it speaks in a steady, confident tone that makes every ride feel smooth and controlled. The 2026 Kawasaki W175 has a presence that draws attention quietly. People notice it not because it's loud, but because it looks honest, elegant, and timeless on the road. Riding this motorcycle feels like stepping back into a simpler era, where the focus was on the journey rather than the destination. It allows riders to slow down and truly experience the road beneath them. The handling remains predictable even on uneven surfaces, giving the rider confidence to explore different routes. Without hesitation, it feels capable without trying to prove anything. Maintenance feels straightforward, which adds to the appeal of the W175. It's a motorcycle designed to be owned, ridden and enjoyed without unnecessary complications. The fuel tank design and classic proportions make the bike feel well-balanced. Visually and physically, everything feels in harmony. From the stance to the riding posture, this motorcycle doesn't overwhelm the rider with information or technology. Instead, it creates a direct connection between throttle, engine, and road that feels refreshingly pure. The 2026 U175 shines brightest during relaxed rides, where the rider can appreciate its smoothness and consistency. It rewards patience and calm riding, with a deeply satisfying experience. For riders who value authenticity, the W175 delivers something rare. It feels genuine, built with intention rather than marketing hype. The sound, the feel, and the response of the bike come together to create a soothing rhythm that makes riding almost meditative. Even after long hours in the saddle, the W175 doesn't feel tiring. It encourages riders to keep going, to explore one more road, to take one more turn. There is a quiet pride in owning a motorcycle like this. It reflects a rider who values taste, balance, and timeless design over loud statements. The 2026 Kawasaki W175 fits seamlessly into everyday life. It's as comfortable on a morning commute as it is on an evening ride through empty roads. Ultimately, this motorcycle proves that excitement doesn't always come from speed. Sometimes it comes from harmony,